here at Oakley and Washington.
They come from everywhere. They decide to have these pop-up parties in the summertime.
Party and bullshit.
They put it on Facebook and everybody go.
The South Side is seeing social media-generated pop-up parties too. This picture was sent to Alderman Roderick Sawyer by a business owner. It shows a large gathering here at 75th and Prairie at 2 o'clock in the morning
Look at
this
all of
past
them, yo.
Saturday.
Understand, people live right there. You know, don't park in front of their house and turn your music up,
Feel
start
me?
drinking and littering in front of their houses. That's not how we operate in Park Manor.
Alderman Sawyer and Burnett both say they have met with the police commanders in their wards. Sawyer says there's going to be increased patrols, safety checks, and tow trucks. Chicago police say illegally parked cars may be towed.
You feel what I'm saying? So we have a war against each other. That's what's going on right before our eyes. And it's always been here. You know what I mean? It's always been here. It's just spread out throughout the country as far as little towns, little cities. You know what I mean? It's out of control. And it's going to get worse. But there is solutions, though. There's solutions to all problems. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what we have to acknowledge. But the solution is going to have to come in just one way. One way the solution is going to have to come.
Do you have a great idea for your
Understand what I'm
website?
saying?
With webnode.com,
And this is what we have to understand. But we have to put in the commitment.
Boy. Good evening. I'm Maurice Dubois.
And I'm Christine
Like this
Johnson.
clown
The
right
arrest
here.
comes on the exact day Justin Wallace would have turned 11 years old.
Police say the suspect turned himself in this evening. CBS 2's Jessica Layton live in Far Rockaway with more on tonight's arrest. Jessica.
Maurice and Christine, this was a far cry from any sort of celebration, but the arrest is perhaps a small step towards some kind of justice for this grieving family. 3 days after Justin Wallace was shot in the stomach at a relative's home, police believe they found the gunman. 29-year-old Jovan Young was walked out of the precinct in handcuffs around 10 p.m. Tuesday. He's charged with murder in the death of the child and attempted murder in the shooting of Justin's 29-year-old cousin. We're told police tracked the suspect down, somehow
Let's
using
peep out
the
this
car and
animal
gun
right
from
here.
the shooting. Police say surveillance video shows Young firing several rounds into a home on Beach 45th Street Saturday night, possibly after a fight over shared driveway spaces. The little boy died a short time later.
Over a parking spot? A parking spot? That just shows you the evil eye that we have towards each other. And he was a coward because he just came up to my man's in them crib and it's like unloaded through the window. He didn't care who he hit. And then he runs away. And like I said earlier in one of my other videos, I believe last week, that this place is going to, you see that little man right there? That young brother right there? That child right there? This place is going to take a whole lot of them away. America is going to take a whole lot of our children away from us. Why? Because we want to act like animals. Because we don't made a deal with Satan. And that's who we choose to ride with. Satan is our homie now. You know what I mean? He's our homie now. And a lot of us done chose Satan over everything. Over everything. Over peanuts. They do things for peanuts for Satan.
The next day, his inconsolable father shared with us more about the horrible moments of when his son was dying.
Laying down, curl up. All I could have heard from my son one at the time, I am, I said, oh my God. Then I started to stop him and say, wake up, don't sleep. Because he doesn't die, he's too young for that.
So young, just a fifth grader who should have been eating cake and having a party today with his friends and family to celebrate his 11th birthday.
Feel me? So this is the war right here. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna like close it with this joint right here.
Look, I know.
Feel me? And we have to understand that this is the deal right here. This is the deal. It's us real ones against the fake ones of our people. And I'm just keeping it 100. it's the real ones. If you consider yourself a real African American black person, you better come on the right side and leave them knuckleheads on the left hand side. And it's a whole lot of them out there. And they disguise all kind of ways. You got a lot of them up on YouTube right now talking about they want to help their people. But they still doing criminal acts. And they still have a criminal mind. They're not giving them no positive feed. No scripts pertaining to the Most High. They still going on their thoughts and their feelings. And it's not going to work like that. It's not going to work like that at all.
Is still being written tonight, but no matter what the final chapter is, this man's life is over from a fatal meeting and his family devastated. Thanks for joining us at 10 on air and wherever you're streaming. I'm Corey Stark. Samantha has the night off. That man's death appears to be over a lawn care disagreement. And News 4 has video leading up to and after the clash. News 4's Ashley Lincoln is speaking to the victim's family about the shooting that happened in Glasgow Village in St. Louis County. Ashley is live following that investigation tonight. Ashley?
That's right, Corey. The victim's family telling me tonight that this was a senseless act of violence. Again, as you mentioned, this was all over a yard debris dispute regarding grass that was cut from the neighbor's yard. Tonight, we're learning that police are reviewing surveillance camera from that home to figure out who's responsible for this shooting.
Senseless. 4 shots to the chest. Why?
That's the question the fiance of Alan Waller says keeps her up at night.
We were good people. Why?
Waller, who's also a father, was gunned down in his driveway Sunday morning.
All we did was go shopping for the kids and come home.
His fiance, who didn't want her face shown for her safety, says after errands and coming home, Waller wanted to talk to the neighbor's landscapers about ongoing issues from them leaving their debris in his driveway. Home surveillance video shows the female neighbor walking 2 men to Waller's doorstep. After the men confirm, Waller takes them to the side of the house to show them the debris. His fiancée says that side of the home doesn't have cameras. Within seconds of being out of frame, things go wrong. 8 seconds go by before you see the neighbor sprinting across her lawn. And soon after, a third man appears from behind a truck with a gun. Waller's fiancé, who was inside the home with their children, describes the gunshots.
I started, shh, whatever type of gun it was, that's the shots I heard. I went to go see my man. I see he's on the ground. I immediately went in to grab my phone to call 911.
I reached out to St. Louis County Police, who say they can't comment on where this investigation stands, but they do say detectives have an optimistic outlook on this case.
I'm strong, but it hurts. It hurts. My 2-year-old daughter cries for her daddy, screams for her daddy, kissing her daddy pictures because she miss him.
And I also went to that neighbor's home to figure out who these landscapers are. That neighbor was not home. We did leave our card with our contact information. She, however, has not reached out to us since we left that neighborhood. We did find, however, from police that they are still actively investigating, and they're encouraging the public, if you have information on who these individuals are, to contact their office. We'll have that information on our News 4 app. Live tonight in Clayton, Ashley Lincoln, News 4.
Ashley.
I'm going to leave y'all, my peoples, I'm going to leave y'all with this last scripture right here. This in Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, you children of Israel. That's who you are, you children of Israel. For the Lord brings a charge against the inhabitants of the land. There is no truth or mercy or knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying, killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break all restraint with bloodshed upon bloodshed. Therefore the land will mourn, and everyone who dwells there will waste away. With the beasts of the field and the birds of the air, even the fish of the sea will be taken away. And this is what's going on. You see the animals, the birds flying, the birds dropping out the sky, fish dying, rivers drying up, our people drying up, dying right along with it. Why? Because there's no knowledge of God in the land. And when there's no knowledge of him in the land, these videos that I'm posting up, this is what the end result is. The killing, the stealing, the bloodshed upon bloodshed. And this is what they love doing. Our people love doing, like I said. Like, subscribe, comment, put them likes up. This Michelangelo, BMW, Be More Wise. We have a choice. Either you're going to roll with the devil or you're going to roll with the Most High. Go on.